What's going on, everybody? I'm out here today, an hour or two before noon, 1 o'clock, whatever, this morning while it was still cool. Had a tiny bit of setback on the hood scoop. Once I got the hood all painted up and the hood on, the whole 9 yards. Once I got it on there and I got the hood all bolted up and everything, and the scoop looked quite a bit out of place, especially how the front, the stance of the front part of the scoop stuck up in the air. And then I also put I got thinking about it, I just got way too many support bars in the front of the hood scoop. So I went back to the drawing board a little bit. And so I came out here this morning. I had to, let me just show you what I did. As you can see, still has the same height on the back, but I dropped the front by, I believe, 2.5 inches. It's about, I'd say about 3 inches total on the front. 3.5 maybe. Looks a lot better. Still got that Hemi hood scoop look to it. Still got a little bit of an angle. Doesn't look flat. Still got to bolt, once I get everything done, bolt it back down and it'll look a lot better. But what I went ahead and did was, I did it on purpose, is I went ahead and put a thick coat of 2 different primers and then the paint, and then I took the hood scoop back off, and this morning I sanded it with 320 grit sandpaper. So what it did was it filled in all the pits and scratches and all that stuff that was a problem with the sheet metal in the first place. I will have to lightly sand the hood again and go over the hood, because I messed up, trial and error. I forgot that the bars that go down through here, I'm going to weld these back up. These holes here, these extra holes that I cut out, I'm going to weld those back up. But I don't think I'm going to have an issue with welding these outer bars and the center bar back up. It's going to keep the heat away from the top of the hood where it's painted, fresh paint. I made the mistake of not putting a spacer in there and then welding, and it actually got hot right around these holes here and started bubbling the paint up a little bit. That's my mistake. So I'll have to fix that. Besides that, it somehow managed to get a couple big scratches in the hood up front. I don't know how the hell that happened. If somebody came up and did that in the parking lot the first day I had it there at Menards. There's a big one on top, or it could have been road debris from off the highway, from off of a truck. I might hit that and skipped across the hood. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I got to weld this spot back up. I'm gonna weld on the underside, and then I am gonna have to put another coat. There we go. I'll just pop it up out of there. As you can see, I will have to, especially I dented that up, I guess. Didn't realize I did that. But anyway, what I had to do is I come in here about 1/8 of an inch away from the bottom of this flange, and I had to cut all the way down the length of that, all the way back here. And then when I measured that other section, I cut it out, and then I just dropped the flange down and tack welded it. Of course, I got to weld these seams all the way back up, and then once I do, I have to come in here And you guys, I don't know if you guys can see that stuff. That's where it got hot and it started to smoke coming off of the paint. But I'll have to get all that cleaned up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up welding around the base of these rods, because I'm going to keep the outer rod, the center rod, and this rod here. Less support bars. And but yeah, I did tack welds every so many inches. And then so I'm going to get all that done, re-prime it. Now this time I'm going to use some automotive sealed primer to go over it. Well, actually, I'm going to not put the self-etching primer. I'm going to use the brown, the oxide primer, iron oxide primer, and then some the sealed primer, and then the paint. I'm going to paint the hood scoop separately away from the hood, and because I got some of this stuff to deal with where the paint stuck to one another when it got bolted down and it peeled up. But I'm going to redo this, and then once I get this done, I'm going to put a foam strip in here all the way around for padding, and then once before I bolt it down. And I was going to go, I still haven't decided yet. We've got this aluminum sheeting at work that's got all these fancy little holes pressed into it. Triangular patterns or little four-leaf clover patterns that's been stamped out in the sheet metal. I might cut it out and put a piece in here so it still allows air to blow and go down through, but you can't reach in or you can't do anything. Or I might just end up putting a piece up here in front that goes from the hood to the hood scoop and pop rivet it in there. I might do that, but anyway, but yeah, parts will eventually be here for the Valiant. Stay tuned for that. That's probably this coming week. Yeah, I've just been busy with work and whatnot, so, and trying to keep this yard mowed and whatnot. Anyway, short video, just thought I'd give you a heads up. Till next time.